प्रभु आजे तमार प्रभु आजे तमार so Tagore did it himself. Thank you. So, and yeah, it was Gitanjali. I actually like to share a few lines with you, Anyway, it will take time. The thing is, when it is Gitanjali, these words been almost very, very simple, almost colloquial. When it is Gitanjali, the rhythm pattern, the tune has been very, very familiar to common people. There is not much this jugglery and all. Very, very common tunes of people. People could easily communicate with these tunes, with these words. And philosophically, it was much higher by then. Though we didn't find any reference of Rumi in Tagore's writings. I searched for long. I asked a few Tagore Panelists that way, who we take that way. Still we couldn't find any reference of Rumi, but still it is so very close, And only one reference I could have. There is one great poet in Bengal, Shanta. We of course think that right now he is almost one of the ultimate, who can say about Tagore, the ultimate things among the few people those who are right now. So I found one line there in one of his books, Shanta Ghosh's book. There was one reference that when people were coming out from X's house after the reading of Gitanjali, one lady was there. She was Evelyn Underhill. She was one mystic novelist, and she was telling the people who were accompanying her while coming out from X's house that as if I could hear Rumi's poetry, that much of solace and peace I could find in this poetry. So that was the minimum possible reference I could find. I didn't find any other reference. I don't know if anybody can help me out in that way. I'm searching for it still. But Hafiz's reference was very much there, of course. But now I must refer to this period, and of course, because when it was 1913 when Tagore received Nobel Prize for Gitanjali, and there is some interesting things. Dates, peculiar dates. There is a sort of relation within. Tagore took birth in 1861 and died in 1941. And Rola, he took birth in 1866, so 5-year junior that way, and he died 1944, so 3-year junior that way. And they met in 1919, and Tagore received Nobel in 1913, and Rola received Nobel in 1915. And there was this great First World War that actually was over by 1914. So it was post-World War. When Europe was facing deep crisis, and Rola himself was one mystic that way, but somehow he was feeling that void within, and he was very much depraised. And I'm not reading out his pieces, you of course, we all know about it, that he wrote to Tagore. Somehow, Tagore's poems could offer him deep solace in that way, and he could feel that somehow India could show the path to the Europe, I mean, all of Europe, that is suffering deeply post-World War. So, post-World War. Now I am singing a song that was composed when Tagore was 50. So just after receiving Nobel Prize, I mean, just during that time. So it was one more form that is very much close to this migrating music. This is fado, a form of Portuguese music. This form, the fado, the word means nemesis, that way, Therein lies some sort of negativity within when we say nemesis. So we have to accept it that way, so it isn't there. So the African Moors, they were taken to Portugal as slave, and while coming, they're feeling the Moors, the way they felt, and the song of the people who were driving sheep and who were serving them beautifully as they were taken as slaves, so the way they were treated, we can very well understand that shame or grief or whatever, that sense of pathos, and with it, this monotonous rhythm of this long voyage. And when finally they came to Portugal, this song of this port area, all these things mingled together to form fado. And nowadays it is sung in the cafes of Lisbon. It is now an urban folk song. And this is actually the particular form that has taken this mystic music, Mystic music transformed into migrating music and finally to world music, this urban folk song. So this is one of the oldest kind of urban folk music, this fado. I'm again trying to hum a bit of fado. And this is the tradition that it is sung, the compositions are very short, 3-4 lines that way, and the artists assemble in one cafe, and from one of them starts singing, and from him somebody else takes the cue, and that way it just spreads, and this is the form. And from one song we just glide to another song. We don't even understand when we are gliding to. The thing is, I could find 2 songs by Tagore. I was of course charmed by the tune pattern and the form of the music, and I was rather brought to this 2 songs by Tagore. Then I didn't know that it was 2 songs. It were the 2 songs by Tagore from this famous play, Achulayadan, That is also the song against the repression. That is the the main tune of fado, the song against oppression or repression. So these 2 songs are from Achulayadan. Let me hum a bit from fado and then pass on to these 2 songs. La 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 path is the ultimate, and the message of Upanishad is Curated. So this is the philosophy of poets, poet of Upanishad, and this is the way he could communicate with people. And I think that we all know that the poet Tagore was, of course, well known for his mystic approach toward the world. But as composer also, Tagore was, of course, I think that almost complete in his approach. I mean, at par with the world famous composer to express his philosophy, his belief, to communicate his thoughts to the people. That's all. Thank you.
Shanta has written something about Rumi and Rumi.
Shanta hasn't written actually.
One line, right?
He actually referred to Evelyn Underhill's words, you know. In one of his books, Shankha, and the book is called A Amir Aburon. So in the introduction, Shankha mentioned that Evelyn Underhill was feeling like as if she was listening to Rumi's poetry.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Lorca, I mean, there was an effect of Lorca on Tagore, or it was like this similarity?
No, I don't like to say that there is one effect of Lorca and Tagore. The thing is, it was the effect of gypsy, you know, gypsy music and gypsy philosophy on Lorca. And that is the same thing, I mean, this effect of mysticism and gypsy philosophy that actually had effect on Tagore. And when Tagore visited Persia, you know, he wrote that the music of this place has very common with common things with our music, so that we reflects. And particularly, you know, the magic is the Rag Vairavi. We all know that Tagore composed quite a number of songs on this Rag Vairavi. And the notes, combination of notes that are used in Vairavi is very much common in Persian music. That is the cause of similarity in that way. And I mean, of course, there is a reason behind it, of course, why this similarity is there. Yes, yeah.
And so, I mean, the last song, Dure Kotha, Dure Kotha,
Yeah.
you're saying it's kind of a song against oppression. So, does it have a direct correlation with father? Or
no, of course not. No, I have already tried to say that there is no such direct relation. The thing is, when the thoughts are reflected, the tunes are also reflected that way automatically. That is the thing. Thanks. Have I paused or any more questions? Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be done. वो अब दिल्ली नहीं है सुधाकर I am not busy at home.